Howdy, Beefalo Bart here, and welcome. Yep, as soon as I hit that button to stream, a jet flies over. Alright, let's let everything get caught up here, and then talk about what we're going to talk about. Alright, so the Division 2. It is... Well, let's make sure the stream is actually working, because my software wasn't catching up. Division 2 is about a month away. And yes, I know, some people are excited, some are really excited, some just don't give a damn, but no, I'm not on my main account, so I don't have all the DLCs on this one. So, and no, I'm not in the Division 2 right now because the private beta is over, so I don't have access to it right now. One of the things that I talked about before as expansions for the Division 1, which, you know, of course will never happen, was, you know, that you've got the global operations here, or global events, that can be launched from this location. You've got, this one says all trains, but there's no train access here. This is where you go for survival, and this was where you'd go for the structured PvP, like Last Stand. Cool. And you've got the underground, which is over here, which leads off from a series of trains, but there was nothing ever put in right here. And this is another one that links to trains. So, okay. With the Division 2 coming out, I personally like a lot of the stuff that's going to be happening in the Division 2, and I know that they're going to change a few things here and there before they release everything. But why not, as a future expansion or future additive for people who have the Division 1 and the Division 2, why not add in, well, all of this? It's the same game engine. Everybody who's played the Division 1 knows this map. As you can see, this character has a lot left to do on here, even though he's level 30 and all the main missions are done and base is full. But why not? You got all this crap you can still do. Why not open up this map into the Division 2 as an expansion? And to travel to and from here on the Division 1, once you're into New York, then you'd go into the trains here, which would, quote-unquote, take you to the airport, you know, JFK Airport, and allow you to fly down to DC and go back to what you're doing in Division 2. And then whenever you come back to here, one of the things that I will say is, if they're going to do that, which would be awesome, I would love it if they would do this, to bring in the entire Division 1 map into the Division 2, so that all the people who have knowledge of this area can come back and run through. Same stuff going on, except for God's sake, take the time to go through the base of operations and get rid of the Christmas decorations. Division 2 takes place 7 months after this. This was after Black Friday, which is in November. So you got December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So June of the next year is when it's going on. And no, don't put up anything for 4th of July. Just no decorations. Leave it undecorated. No holiday spirit. But with having all of this, like I said, redone to where there's no holiday theme in it, just so it looks like it's 7 months later, you're going to have to remove that. But then again, if you look at the map, large areas of the map like this are covered in snow. So how would you actually deal with the snow portion of it? Well, somebody would then have to come back in here and edit the map. Whereas all this right here, all the snow stuff, would have to be removed. Yeah, it wouldn't be an easy, quick fix. You wouldn't see all the cool effects like seeing your footprints in the snow. But with the sorry, just heard a noise at my door. with all of the snow removed, instead of it being a direct, okay, 7 months later, we're going to assume that you've been in DC for a while, and this can come back into, we'll say, later in the year, September, October, whatever. So you wouldn't have to take out all the snow. So bring this in at a later date, saying that, okay, months have gone by, it's wintertime again. Then all you got to do is go into the base of operations and eliminate the Christmas theme. That will be the number one thing to get rid of. For the people who are into the whole Dark Zone thing, most of you have a pretty good knowledge of the Dark Zone, the streets, the hiding places, the whatever. So take that new experience of how the Dark Zone is being operated and apply it to this Dark Zone of the map here. Be easy enough. And for people who want more of a cooperative experience, you don't even have to change the mission structure. Whether or not you have to add a storyline to this portion or not, you don't necessarily have to. You could leave stuff like Madison Field Hospital and the essentials of rebuilding the base of operations from the ground up. Basically start your player back from this point, and okay, let's just go back to Camp Hudson just to show what I'm talking about. The characters in Division 2 so far, from what I saw in the beta, they seem a little bit more robust. Early in the leveling process, you're still a little bit squishy, but not as much as you were in Division 1. Division 1, your character's really squishy at low levels. You can see you would start off back here. We'll say that you came in from the airport, and you either came in, hey look, buy a couple of those. Mieleki turrets. It's not the best one you can get, but still good. But yeah, say you came in, and yeah, what have you. You start off in this area right here. You come in and you start the entire mission structure all over again, just like you did in the Division 1, but you know, it's one of those things where maybe set it as a level 30, because if you go through here and start at level 1 and work your way through, then you've got all of these as your regular leveling area. But as you'll notice, whenever you walk out of the main areas here, let's go through, and as soon as we get out into the actual area, leaving Camp Hudson. So now we're in the first zone here. As soon as we start encountering bad guys, this character is a level 30. So just like in the Division 1 normal and Division 2, whenever you go into an area, after you've made level 30, everything scales to your current level. So where it says right here, level 34 to 34 hard. Of course, I'm in World Tier 5, so it would be basically the same thing as if you're coming through here already with a geared level 30 character. So that's my primary idea, is to make use of the Division 1 map. And you know what? They're using the same game engine for Division 2. All the mechanics are basically the same. The ladder mechanics are going to be the same. The cover system's the same. You wouldn't really have to change anything. The only thing I would say is you would have to change, and I would hope that you would change, is the base of operations in Pennsylvania Plaza. Get rid of the damn Christmas decorations. How many years does it need to be Christmas time? And not that I have anything against Christmas, just saying that it's been Christmas time for the whole time of this game, and it kind of gets old. Alright, so that being the main idea, what other ideas could we see as... Move along, Pooch. Move along. Now, could you imagine the West Side Piers with the current technology of the Division 2. If you didn't see the Division 2, then the current loadout, this is my normal loadout, Seekers and Turrets. And it's what I call my lazy ass build, where I can do this. Just deploy a Seeker from cover. It goes out, splits off, finds your targets, and everybody dead. I like that. And it's not as potent. Well, it's still potent, but not as potent versus the heavier mobs when you get into some of the mission areas. But with that, alright, you're out of combat mode. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You bastard. You're stuck in combat mode now. Yeah, with the robustness of the way the characters feel in the Division 2, I'm sure that's going to change. Oh, don't be an ass. Let's try to get my dude to strike a pose. Excuse me. You guys need to go away. I'll say, why are you still alive? So, just bringing the map in would do a hell of a lot for adding instant new content. I mean, hell, look at Hitman, other than their naming conventions. Hitman 1, Hitman 2, Hitman 2016, 2018, 2019, whatever. They brought out Hitman 2 again. And Hitman 2, if you had Hitman 1 Game of the Year edition, then they gave you access to all of the activities that you could do in Hitman 1, you can now do inside Hitman 2 without having to buy any additional content, because they said, hey, Hitman 2 is free to play. Hell yes, you can download it, install it, and play it for free if you want the training map and nothing else. If you want to play anything else, you need to either have the Game of the Year edition from Hitman 1 or buy the new content or a season pass or whatever else. Okay, whatever, but the whole point was, if you do the same thing with the Division 2, if you own the Division 2 and you own the Division 1, why not let the Division 1 players have the Division 1 map in the Division 2? And have it as a continuation, or, I mean, hell, you could even do it as an alternative to, say, if I don't think I would level up in this versus the other map. So it would say at level 30, unlock New York City, the ability to come back to New York City, and then be able to run through all these missions like you're doing it for the first time. But I would say, to justify it cost-wise for the developers, Massive, Ubisoft, and so forth, just sell it as an expansion pack for $10, $15, whatever. I'd pay $10, $15, $20 to have all of this map ported over into Division 2. And if... fuck me, you can't just stand still without some asshole poking you in the back. This is not the Dark Zone. 8 secret mine and leave me the hell alone. So, we'll throw a turret up here just to shut you guys up. Leave me alone. Yes, I'm using Thompson. No, it's not a great gun, but yes, I do like it. Go away. And are you dead? Yes, you're dead. So, yeah, I would pay $10, $15, $20, whatever, to really to have all of this in the Division 2. Stay still. Damn it. What is this, West Side Piers? I never get this many spawns just randomly popping up. Sucks to be you, doesn't it? So, other ideas for the Division 2. I like what they've done. And as I was trying to mention before I was rudely interrupted here, I guess I could go to another location just to get away from that. With the map the way that it is, that's not what I was trying to do. I was obviously clicking over here to teleport, and it decided I wanted to go to the terminal instead. So, with the way that the Division 2 is set up, if they wanted to enhance this map and bring it into the Division 2, then your standard base of operations would be done the same basic way the Division 2 base of operations would be done. And with that, it would be your main base of operations. You'd be able to do your skills and your stuff like that, your crafting, just like you would there. And that's just placement of the NPCs that are from that expansion. Not that complicated. You've already got all of this content that's in the Division 1. You don't have to keep the same vendors. There's no weekly high value targets yet that we know of, or daily high value. I'm pretty sure there's going to be. There is in a sort, but in Division 1 you have it this way. Division 2, it is done a little bit differently. You have to go and perform missions to be able to unlock it. So instead of just walking over to, homegirl here and say, okay, give me a high value target, you actually have to go to the mini base of operations, which would be the theater district or what have you, and it would be the same thing. If I wanted to do that, I would go to the district, which, okay, if we go to this district here, you got the meat locker, and you go to the meat locker, and you would have to perform a sub mission to be able to get access to a high value target. And if you failed, then, well, you're screwed. You're going to have to wait and come back later and try it all over again, is what I saw from the Division 2. But same basic concept. You come over here to the safe house, and as soon as you popped in, there'd be somebody there with a mission that you would have to accomplish, and then be able to get the high value target. And if you completed the high value target, you got whatever is your rewards. It wouldn't be a hard thing to do at all to be able to bring all this stuff over. So, with all that being said and done, yeah, I try to go somewhere and I cannot get away from other players. Let's see here. Lexington, challenging, yay. Let's go back up on my own and do that one all over again. I guess I could do this while we're sitting here talking. So yeah, I think that would be a good thing. Bringing in the Division 1 content as a continuation of the existing situation where you are in the Division 2. So the Division 1 or New York City map area would be just a bonus area and act as that, just a continuation. Come on. Oh, I thought you were going to come upstairs. Just die, get over with. So yeah, gonna finish out this video. Waiting to see if anybody else wants to pop in and make any comments, suggestions, or anything like that. And in the meantime, I'm just going to play out this mission. Der Subway Borg, it's part of the daily for hard mode. On my main account, I can do all of, with this squishy style build, with Seeker and Turret build, I can run this. And let's go ahead and pop you right there. Not that I need you, but come on, Turret, wake up. Thank you. So yeah, the running this kind of build, I can run every single solitary mission on the map in hard mode without using a firearm at all. But a couple of the maps I can actually do on challenging mode the same way, no weapons whatsoever. I don't want to go to left, I want to go to right. I'm using a weapon right now because I want to. But we'll let the turret finish off everything. The other thing is, with this turret and seeker build, having everything pretty beefed up between the two of them. And you can see with a tactician set, I'm running 4-piece tactician, and 2-piece is final measure. This is not very well set up. This is, you know, I've only got 2 pieces classified on right now, and that will change. I don't play this on this account as often as I do on my main account, which on the main account is a hell of a lot stronger. But you can see with 30 stacked on my tacticians, my skill power is at 397. That's respectable, and roughly 300,000 on toughness, which actually I don't have on my primary character because of the way I've got it built out. It's more of a just raw damage with turrets and seekers, and that's it. Can't take a hit very much. In fact, I'm running a ninja bag on my main character and 3-piece tactician. I am running... I don't remember what else I'm running on that. So you can see, even with this Tommy gun, this is more than sufficient. And if not, you can see I have the pecan sitting on my back. Or if you're a southerner, we just call it a pecan, just like, you know, pecan, you know, naming conventions. I don't know how the hell you would normally pronounce this weapon anyway, but it looks good, so we're going to run with it. The downside I see to some of these missions is, well, I've done them so many times that I've got the voices turned off on the game, so I don't have to listen to the Feilau and all that other BS of the storyline stuff. I've already done it. In fact, I've done it all 4 players on my main account, 4 players on this account. I've deleted characters and rerun the mission, the storyline, multiple times. Come on, come on, come on. Why are you alive? Did anybody say you could be alive? You know what? Oh, you're gonna throw a grenade at me? Seriously? Come on. Come on. Stick your damn head up. Damn. Being complicated. I would just throw another seeker and taking your ass out that way, but yeah, this makes for a good casual build. To run the secret turret build. A lot of people complain, well, there's no skill and just yeah, suck my ass. Okay, it's not about the whole point of what you want. This is what I like. Okay, I am playing casual. I don't play hardcore PvP anymore. Stuff just doesn't interest me. Whenever I play a game, I like to play a game for, I don't know, entertainment purposes. I want to be entertained. Life is full of stresses. So, whenever I play a game, I just want to have fun. So that's what I do. I play a game, I have fun. If I want to do PvP, I have other characters on this account and my main account for getting out there and doing more PvP, whether it's a nomad build or whatever, you know. I have other builds for other things. Alright, I am going to do something a little different there this time. Normally I put it out there on the table in the middle, but with this, what I call the lazy ass build, it's purely for just kicking back. I mean, even in World Tier 5, I can sit back in World Tier 5 and just play casually. I don't have to get all uptight and wound up and... Come on, come on. I've never noticed that sound before. With all the music and extra stuff turned off, you can actually hear more stuff. I'm shooting something over here and it was making a weird noise. Yeah, I've played all these missions so many freaking times that I honestly, I know the spawns. Ah, you ass. So one thing I don't like about that, you go out there to set up a turret, and as soon as you throw it, your mouse moves a micron, and frickin' turret just drops somewhere where you don't want it to go. Come on. Come on. Quit taking so damn long. There. Or you're going to get a double whammy. You're going to get shot in the back from the turret, and then you're going to get the secret. So yeah, I found myself on Division 2 playing a bit more aggressive. Not necessarily face tanking, but being more aggressive with how I was playing my characters. I find myself doing that here, and it's biting me in the ass. So you look at the Division 1 versus 2 on the gear builds. The gear is brand based in Division 2. Not necessarily the best place to put that turret, but whatever. Why are you hiding way up there, Chief? With the Division 2, like I said, the gear being brand based, which is unusual. If you get 2 or 3 pieces of the same brand, you get your bonuses that way. Instead of this being like Division 1 where it's a nomad or a tactician or whatever. It's a little bit different for how you're setting up your gear combos. You don't have to be reliant on, oh, well, I want this. You got secondary mods you can add to the gear. It's like you can here. I can add things like I can increase the turret or the seeker, whereas the turret and seekers and those kind of things actually have their own individual mods. Like the turret, you can get upgraded barrels, or the seeker, you can get an increased payload, or things like that. Okay, kill him. Is he dead yet? Oh, yep. Okay. So now I get to walk up here. Like I said, and I'm sure it'll get like this for me on the Division 2. Whereas, you know the spawns. And if you're doing like I am with a lazy ass build, I mean seriously, you can sit here and just, with the right placement of your turret and your seekers, yeah, you're good to go. Let's go ahead and just deploy that. Get that back up again. They're dead, so now I move up and you're going to have 2 rushing guys here come out, and that'll complete this. But I can also go ahead and do that. Do that. Pick up that. Does it take some of the fun out? Yeah, a little bit whenever it's totally predictable on where your spawns are coming from and that kind of stuff. But when you're doing stuff like this, running dailies, and on this account, it needs gear big time. Will I still play the Division 1 when the Division 2 comes out? It depends. Probably a little bit, because I like these characters, I like the map, and that's cool. But if they don't put this, if they could put this map into Division 2 as an expansion, I'd be quite happy. I'd probably go ahead and uninstall Division 1. Just because I like the map, I like the objectives and things that you can do and that kind of stuff. I know it's a little premature for that, but I'm used to my main character having a relatively long turret deployment, and I can't hear dipshit over there talking, so yeah, go dark. A couple seconds later, he's going to complain about the friends of yours or something like that. Door's going to open up. My turret's going to engage. As soon as I see the inclination of this, and that's the thing I hate, is waiting for story mode things. And there's the lights, and come on, we're just about there. Right there, and now we're good. Alright, so this spawn is here. Next spawn is over there. And I probably could have set up a little bit more over there, but whatever. What's happening, bruh? Yeah, I'm still getting hyped up and excited, waiting for Division 2 to come out. Next spawn coming from this door. No, I haven't played this game too much that I know what's happening and when the spawns are coming. And alright, tactician points are up. There we go. Seeker out. These guys will die now. You're shooting me. Oh no, I want points. Ah, damn it, died too soon. And there we go. Well, at least I got 4 points. I'm a casual gamer. I like playing games to relax, where you get so many people who get so uptight when they're playing games that, that's where you see so much of the name calling. Oh, you're playing with turrets and seekers, or you must suck, or, they... Of course, most gamers that I deal with are people making games instead of trying to play them. But, I see these gamers that are in... that all they care about is PvP, and if you say that you don't like PvP, it's because you're shit, or you're terrible, or there's something wrong with you, or oh, big bad bossy didn't make it. Yeah, they suck. I'm old. I don't have lightning reflexes. So like with the Division 1, I set up this character on this and on my main account to be casual and laid back and enjoyable. I don't have to sit there and dodge from cover to cover and freak out because, oh, I've got to have this and I got to stack that and, all this different stuff. And I can run through these missions like this in hard mode without even using a damn weapon. I can just throw a seeker mine and a turret. Well, there's no skill in that. Well, I don't want to use skill all the frickin' time. Sometimes I just want to be entertained. Maybe I was bored. Maybe I wanted to do something. Maybe I wanted to sit back and relax. Maybe I paid for my game and I'll play it however the hell I want to play it. You know? And the bad thing is these little turds that complain because you're playing a game different from them. Honestly, how is that any different than just general racism and that kind of stuff? You know, you wouldn't go up to somebody and like, you're stupid because your skin's a different color. Oh wait, you know, there are people that do that. They're called racist pricks. But you're telling me that I'm playing my game wrong? Maybe you're playing your game wrong. The number one reason why I don't go to the Dark Zone. No, this one is actually made with Snowdrop, is I believe the name of the game engine. Weird name, but it's not a bad game engine. Because if you look, hey, get away from that car, damn thief. Pull out my Thompson. All right, don't worry about that. If you look, you've got this entire whole map area that you can actually explore, and you don't. Oh, this is the Division, the original Division. The Division 2 is going to be coming out in a month. I did some videos the other day on the private beta for it. Love the game. It's a tactical looter shooter. Well, they have this area here called the Dark Zone, and DZ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And what this is a quarantine zone, and quote unquote, well, they couldn't control that the whole city, so they just blocked off a portion of it and just said the hell with it. They'll let happen what happens and just let it run. The basic story of the Division is you need. I'm sorry. Snowdrop. Yeah, it was made by Massive. They made their own game engine, essentially, and it works pretty good. I mean, you get seamless travel. I mean, I can start from right here in Camp Hudson, and I could walk anywhere all throughout this entire map and never have any level loading issues. As you can see, level of detail, you know, speaking in game developer style, level of detail wise, as you look here, as I'm looking down the sights of my weapon, you can see the buildings. You can see, well, they're using fog to limit draw distance, which has been done quite a bit, and it's not a new trick to use fog as a way to limit draw distance to where it is not going to detract from the player's state of mind. You're going to die. Oh, poor little guy. So as you look down the street like that, like I say, you see the building right there is lower resolution than this one. This is kind of a medium resolution, and then you get into the higher resolution buildings that are close by. So it has a good way for drawing out level of detail. The LODs are good. I mean, like the signs. And if you see my thing about advertising, looters will be shot. Happy holidays. Okay. These are just general signs for buildings and stuff along the way. But like this, tablet PC, durability everlasting. Okay. It's on all three sides of this little kiosk here for, what the hell is that thing, man? Let's show you how old some of us are. We know what the hell that is. A little friggin' payphone. You tell me there's still payphones in New York City? But, yeah. Instead of just saying Cyan Tablet PC Professional, that could have been Apple, or that could have been an Android tablet and be an advertisement for a real company, and they're missing out on frickin' revenue. Sushi. Okay. Fresh maki made here. Soups, noodles, and more. Okay. And the lowest prices. Okay. That's nice. But when you have other signs like, well, these aren't good examples here. Secure quarantine station. Kobe's restaurant is all over the city. You'll see signs for Kobe restaurants and Carmen Coffee. These are brands that are in the game. These aren't real brands. Okay. See on my mini map, I got more bad guys coming up. Peekaboo. Poor little guys. So you'll see, like, car park. You'll see billboards up on the sides of the buildings, and those are missed chances for revenue for the game. So that's why I pretty much have shut down most of the production on most of my gaming stuff of actually building game wise, and just been working on my ad system. And my ad system is set up to aid the people that I help all the time with game development stuff. Essentially, yeah. Get on out there, Matt. I love dogs, but in this city, the dogs will just be annoying. Dude, you alright? Punk ass. You know, my ad system basically for people who can't afford to make donations to, or tips or whatever else, to help support what I do to help them out. I started creating the ad system as a method for me generating income. So I basically supply you with a folder that you drop into your game, and with that, that's all you have to do. You just drop it into your game, and then go into the map, and you place the signs up, scale them to whatever size you want, and that's it. You'll see billboards and stuff throughout the game. Of course, now we've got weather change, and you know, got fog coming in, snow. They did so many things right with this game, and yeah. I try to come through here to find a frickin' example of what I'm talking about for the advertising, and I can't find shit. You know, at the time, there's plenty of examples. Yeah, they did so many things right with this game. And I like what they're doing with the Division 2. So I was saying early on in the video, what I would love for them to do is to actually bring this into the Division 2. Bring this map into it. Give us this map as an expansion pack. Free Wi-Fi. I don't need no free Wi-Fi. Pizza by the slice. But yeah, just like those signs there, and of course it's snowing and foggy and you can't see shit when I'm trying to point out something. So I'm going to take it out on those two guys walking over there. But like the sign over there, that could be a sign that's owned by me, and this is your game, we'll say, and all you got to do is put that sign there, scale it to fit, and there you go. You're thanking me by putting those into your map because it's ad revenue for me. And with the way I'm looking at it is there's a lot of ad sources and ways for automatic advertising and that kind of junk, and yeah, they don't seem to control their advertising. How many times have you been laying there and you know you don't want to wake up your significant other and you're, yeah, screw it, I'll just play some solitaire on my phone, and you don't think about having to turn the sound down on the game because you don't hear anything normally. You got it turned down to, you know, the point where you can hear it a little bit. and all of a sudden some freaking non-skippable ad comes up because you're playing the free version of the game because you're a cheap bastard like me. And it's 4,000 decibels and it'll wake up the dead. Pisses me off. And the thing about commercials, holy shit. Just stumbled into a mission. You know, I take care of my mother most of the time when she's not driving me batty. And she watches TV quite a bit, and yeah, I go in there whenever I check on her, and she's watching anything from, God forbid, wrestling to what have you, or soap operas in the daytime, and holy shit, the commercials. So many. I stood there one day while I was cooking, and the lawyer commercials. I counted the number of commercials, and during that particular commercial break, all right, yes, move out the damn way. Junk, I don't want that. I saved you for that. I ought to put a bullet in you myself. Man and a woman together, trapped in here with these beds, and you both still have your clothes on? Y'all doing it wrong. Sorry. Yeah, out of 10 commercials, 9 were lawyer commercials. Have you been hurt in a car wreck? Yeah. Ambulance chaser commercials. 9 out of 10 commercials during the commercial break were lawyer freaking commercials. I'll tell you, man, those two were doing it wrong. They were trapped in a warm building inside with power, and they both still had the damn clothes on. I mean, seriously, it's got power because you use Christmas lights, lighting in here, and you still in here. Out. This is my shit now. Yeah, she's stupid. They had a computer. They had, well, hell, there's a Steyr AUG right here in that box. So worst case scenario, if they weren't screwing in here, and they had the opportunity, had beds, and you know, there's files and stuff in here, a couple IV bags, but yeah, that Viagra over there. But yeah, they had a freaking Steyr AUG. They could have done that. And the worst case scenario is they could have done, you know that and shot holes in a freaking door. And if I could unlock it, well, yeah, I had to find the key, but yeah, still. What were you doing with a stethoscope, a single glove, and a pair of scissors? I don't think I really want to know. You got a cute wife. Okay, you got a picture of a woman here and a woman with a child here. Those are two different women. He's doing it right. Yeah. So my ad system, spitballing while I'm waiting on the weather to change here, was set up to fill in, to generate some revenue for myself, because I've kind of given up on the whole concept of putting together a team, because everybody that joins my team doesn't ever do anything and never turns any work in or whatever else. They don't share the same vision, so they're not going to have the same motivation. Okay, fair enough. And like I said, they did so many things right in this game. I hear so many people, and I see so many complaints about this game. No, this is screwed up, or this sucks, it's not worth buying. You get so many people who complain about so much in the gaming world. And you pretty much just have to, when you have the kind of comments that I see, some that I saw towards the Division 2 and the private beta, and their Discord channel was, the UI sucks. Okay. why does it suck? What's wrong with their user interface? You obviously know, like, a little bit because you called it UI. Because most people just say the menu or whatever else. But okay, so you know what the user interface is, and why would you just say it sucks instead of, well, I don't like the way it does this? Okay, you're welcome to your opinion, but just blanket saying that something sucks just because you don't like it. If there was an actual problem with it, yeah, point out the problems. And the majority of people who make comments like that are just mindless squeakers. And in the gaming portion of the gaming world, not in the development portion of it, but the player side of it, a squeaker is referring to usually somebody who is under the age of 12, a preteen, or can be anybody under the age of 18, really and truly. Non-adults that just sit there and provide no positive input whatsoever towards the environment. I was mentioning about the dark zone, and the number one reason why I don't go into the dark zone. Yeah, no shit. I mean, I was so happy when the Atari 2600 came out because of how awesome it was and how great the graphics were compared to my original gaming console, which was Pong. I might hang on to that. Yeah, I mean, Pong, the first real true gaming console, it was Pong. It was that. You know what? I'm going to hang on to that Nomad. I'm going to put together a Nomad set for this character. Yeah, you had the perimeter walls. You had two paddles that you could slide up and down, and the ball that would go across the screen. Oh, it was absolutely freaking amazing. And then when Atari came along, there were colors. Dude, there were colors. It was like 8 colors. 16 even. It was just unheard of. Then whenever I got my TRS-80 color computer, holy crap, man. TRS-80 color computer. I was the shit in my neighborhood, man. I had a computer and a keyboard and everything. I could type things and it would show up on my TV screen. You can't do that with your Pong. You can't do that with your damn Atari. I can put things on my screen. I can write code and I can make my own games. They were crappy card game, text-based games at first, but I could make my own games. Huh. Get a magazine and some kids are out there stealing daddy's porno so they could tickle their pickle and do their thing. But yeah, we were out there getting Rainbow magazine, and it had nothing to do with homosexuality or laying lesbians. It was damn lesbians, gay and lesbian community. It had nothing to do with that. It was Rainbow was a magazine that was all about the TRS-80 color computer community, and you would get this magazine and it would talk about modifications you could do and stuff like that for your TRS-80 color computer, and it was pretty cool. You could get sample programs and games. Are you 19? What do you think? I got mine. The TRS-80 I got whenever I was, that was in 1983, I think. Yeah, so about around 1983. There was no internet. Yeah, when I got my first one, the TRS-80, there was no internet. There might have been still at that point where the internet was a thing, but it was for the military only, and then colleges were LinkedIn and things of that nature. But yeah, back in the early days, whenever the TRS-80 was a thing, there really was no internet at all for the home. You couldn't just sit at your house and connect to the internet. There was no internet. The modems, when we first started getting modems, we had news groups, Telnet. Oh god, yeah, 80s, man, top-notch shit. You can get on to news groups if you want to get porn, and porn is important. If you don't think about the impact that porn has on the internet and computers and consumer electronics, if you don't take porn into consideration, then you're totally misinformed. Because honestly, whenever it came to the idea of VHS versus Betamax, how do you decide both of them were viable ways of recording your shows onto a tape so that you could watch them later, because there was no DVRs and that kind of stuff. So it was VHS or Betamax. And, you know, like I said, either one were very viable for saving. I can't believe I haven't done all these on this. But yeah, when it came to that, now let's go down. There were more porn videos available on VHS than there was Betamax. So, since there was more that was already available, then yeah, why would you buy a Betamax if there's not as much good porn available on Betamax versus VHS? So VHS survived because there was more porn already on that. Same thing with Laserdisc. Oh man, you can get a Laserdisc. Okay. How much porn can you get on the Laserdisc? Not much. Well, not worth having. Are you shooting at me? So, internet. If it wasn't for porn, the internet would not have been as accessible to as many people. Because back in the golden days, if you want to download a single picture, a single JPEG, okay, or you know, a bitmap usually, but it was JPEG was this ultra cool compression format. You know what, I got secret modes. So if you want to download a JPEG file, sorry, you would have to go to a news group, and oh shit, go over there now. And with those, what you would do is to download one image, it would sometimes be broken into 7 pieces. So you have to queue up all 7 pieces of a single JPEG so that you could then come back in later and run another program. We're talking about Eudora and, you know, early emails and stuff like that, but you would actually have to get them, combine all 7 of those picture file segments together, and then you could have your one file. It might take you overnight with your, you know, 600 baud or 1200 baud modem. Dude, you seriously were rocking. If you had 1200, back whenever the 9600 baud modems came out, they were pretty sick. Yeah, we're definitely talking way before, okay, the 14.4 fax modems and 56K modems and all that stuff weren't a thing yet. You know, by the time the 56K modems came out, the internet was a thing. Peekaboo. Oh, clear out the remaining enemies. Okay. So yeah, porn had a huge, huge impact on the internet, the VHS and Blu-ray, and all our viewing formats have been dictated by the porn industry. So now you look at the way things have gone. Don't need you anymore, thank you. You got all these websites like Pornhub, and you know, I don't know. There's bound to be millions of websites out there that are dedicated to that stuff, but you know, I would never condone looking at that kind of stuff. You know. Because you tickle your pickle too much, it'll cause you to go blind. And yeah, I'm already blind enough as it is. See, I stay relatively clean when talking about the porn industry. Hey, you're gonna die. Yep, you did. So did you. Alright, so I'll talk about a couple more things real quick, and then we'll get out of here. At least I'll take a break. I really want to play The Division 2, but we're going to have to wait for a month. Roughly a month before that comes out. The number of things that they did right, and the number of things that make this a respectable enough game. To get a game right, you gotta cater to... shit, that's for a daily. I need to collect more electronics. You need... It's made your first computer? How you should install Unreal Engine? Just go to the website and install it. Once you get on the website and download the thing, you can't just like drag anything over here. We'll have chain scenes and that kind of stuff. I tried at one point to have Unreal Engine installed on one drive and then projects on another, and I kept running into problems with the projects that I ran that yeah, that's kind of what I'm kind of getting at there with the hard drive thing, is wherever you install it to, I would recommend that drive that you put it on be dedicated for that. And what I mean by that is, whenever I had it installed on a regular hard drive, my C drive, I don't have any SSDs on this machine. Whenever I did that, I have another drive that's a 500 gigabyte, or half terabyte, that is just for Unreal Engine 4 stuff and porn. But yeah, I tried to store my projects there because I kept getting so many projects, and that I was helping this person, so I create this project, helping that person, so I do that project, and I would have 30 projects open, and I was just killing my hard drive space. So I figured, what the hell, I've got it installed on my C drive, so let's start archiving and start running all my projects on my E drive. And I kept running into issues with it being on a separate drive. I don't know if that's something that you may encounter, but where plugins weren't working correctly, or so, you know, one little issue after another, things were just not working correctly with every project that I tried to open up off the E drive with Unreal Engine installed on the C drive. So I would say pick a drive. If you want to install it onto a, we'll say, a separate SSD. I don't really see it necessary to be on a faster drive, because storage is storage is storage. I don't see where, for me at least, I haven't seen where the actual hard drive has made much of a difference in what I'm actually doing. Graphics and things of that nature, yes. So, you know, you want a good graphics card, a good CPU, good memory, things like that to help with the speed of Unreal Engine 4. But as for putting it on an SSD, I don't think you really are going to see the difference between that and a regular hard drive, if that's part of the question. But I would say just put it somewhere where you're going to, you know, I'm trying to stand where a motherfucker won't stand next to me. Eat a dick, you little asshole. Come over here and I'll look at this. Maybe nobody else will come over here and look at this friggin' turret. It doesn't do anything. So, yeah. Grumpy old fucker, I swear. You may have better luck on SSD, but I said just pick a drive, put it there, and let it ride. Just whatever drive you have Unreal Engine 4 installed on, then go ahead and put all your projects on that same hard drive, and it should run smooth that way. You shouldn't encounter any problems based on that. As for the speed of the drive, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad it was kind of helpful. I mean, I was kind of getting flustered because I'm old and get off my lawn, you bastards. You know, I don't know when the hell I turned into that the old guy, the get off my lawn guy. I don't know when the hell that shit happened. It wasn't when I turned 50, because I was already like that. I think it was probably when I hit 40. I started turning into the get off my lawn guy. And I lost all tolerance with stupid. I mean, ugh, yeah. Zero tolerance for stupid. And it's part of why I did these videos that I've been doing about, you know, I call my hippie videos. Trying to get organized? Yeah. As I mentioned before, proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. So, think about your file structure of your hard drive as well as your projects and how you do things in UE4. We'll cover more of this on tomorrow's video. Tomorrow is more of a, you know, well, tomorrow is Wednesday. It's whatever Wednesday, and today is usually when I'm talking about topical things. Topical Tuesday. Make it up Monday. Fuck it Friday. Whatever. I don't know. Try to come up with these damn names for streams. Right. Actually, tomorrow is going to be announcing pretty much what my intentions are with the rest of the Unreal 4 engine stuff and whatnot. You know, I'm going to continue to support my current project of the multiplayer template, and the new template that I was working on, I've put on pause. The advertising one I'm going to finish, and the lobby system I may finish. Don't know, but the primary one that will get finished is the advertising system. G.I. Joe. Yeah, I remember the early G.I. Joe shows. Yeah, I will be in more in depth tomorrow on, you know, the 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. stream for Wednesday. We'll probably be more in depth onto my intentions with Unreal Engine 4 stuff and that in general, the way the Discord's going to be run as well, and new incoming projects. What I want to try to get more into, I know this isn't part of what this video here is supposed to be about, but I've never failed to mention that I don't have any freaking income. My income was from the multiplayer template and the sale of that, and that's cool. I sell a copy maybe once a month, so gee, I make $20 a month. I'm living the life, right? What I plan on doing is I'll be looking at some other cameras and some other stuff and doing the streams that are based on gaming in general. Like I said, I'll still be available for the people who have been supportive to me, like yourself and a few others who have been supportive to me on the Discord and YouTube and so forth. No change for you guys. You'll still get backup and support. But as for the regular UE4, unless I just feel froggy and want to put up a video on how-to stuff, I'm probably not going to do any more how-to videos. I might do a request video, like if you wanted a request video saying, hey, how can I do this, or something like that. For people who have been supportive to me on YouTube in one way, and on Discord in one way or another. So for those people, then they're going to get what they've been getting. You'll get what you get and you'll like it. Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to be cutting some of the other UE4 stuff out. A lot of the UE4 stuff. Going to start doing a project coming up, and I'm sorting through the logistics of it right now. Try to get all the stuff hammered out, and I will talk about this more tomorrow as well. But it will be stuff like shooting related, air guns to AR-15s to handguns to hammers to whatever. But as an example, a project that I wanted to take up, and I don't have the opportunity to do it here, but there's a lot of people around the country and around the world who like going ratting. They go out and they shoot rats with air guns. And I'm not talking about, I'm going to take my Daisy Red Ryder out and I'm going to duct tape me a laser to it and I'm going to go shoot me some rats. No, I'm talking about people that are out there with $700, $800, $900 precision air rifles with night vision equipment and high-end gear, and they're out there eradicating rats. I know people that actually do that for a living. They get to go out there and shoot pest birds or rats or mice or whatever. They shoot them for a living. They get paid per kill. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often, but yeah, it's pretty cool though. They're doing a service. Shooting pigeons, shooting certain pest animals and birds is a viable job. That's cool. Yeah, probably a bit out of my realm. I don't even like Facebook. I don't have it installed on my phone. As soon as I see that it's trying to install, I uninstall it. Yeah, I avoid Facebook like a plague. I do have Facebook accounts. Got several of them. I don't like it. But yeah, what I want to do is I'm trying to come up with some ideas for bringing that kind of experience of people who want to go rat hunting, but they don't have $1,000 for an air compressor, and $1,000 or $2,000 or more for an air rifle, and $3,000 for night vision optics with GoPros and all this fancy hardware. I'm wanting to come up with alternatives for people to do those kind of hobbies at a fraction of the cost. And I've got a line of products that I'm going to do as well with this. And what I'll do is we'll show a video of me actually using the product and actually making the product. And what it'll be is a night vision scope system that you'll be able to go out at nighttime with your air rifle, and you're not going to want to put this on a heavy big bore rifle or anything, or a spring gun, because spring air guns actually will damage scopes. They're more brutal to a scope than an AR-15 or bolt action rifle would be. But a night vision scope that you can put onto your air rifle that you can use and do everything and set it up on there with a monitor that you can see what's going on the screen, infrared illumination, and everything else. Digital night vision equipment that you can build out of products that I'll have available on Amazon. Okay? And you'll be able to do everything for under $100 with shipping and everything involved. And you'll get the night vision camera, illumination, the monitor, a slot for an SD card, or USB cables and backup batteries, and it's going to be all hooked up and be cool, so that you can get into it and actually do that for under $100. In fact, the air rifle I'll use for the demonstrator was $100. So, and it's CO2 powered, and it's more than accurate enough, more than good enough for doing some rat eradication if you want to do that. The demonstration platform will probably be on an AR-15 upper receiver, just for looks and for style, for the long Picatinny rail, or may end up doing something else for customizing the air rifle to it. But yeah, so essentially what I'll have is a video showing how to make this setup, and the camera system that I'm going to be using will have links to everything to Amazon, so that you can go to Amazon and buy the product, and you're actually buying the product from me online. It'll be my account that you're buying it from. It's my product, in other words. And at some point I'll actually have like Beefalo Bart's, whatever system, and you'll have to watch it and see and understand. But I'll even have my own label on the product and that kind of stuff. And no, the product's coming from China. I'm actually not manufacturing the product, but it's where you can take this device, convert it. I'll show you step by step how to convert it over and make it work. And you can actually go onto Amazon with the link in the description and actually buy it directly from me. I make money from selling the product and from YouTube, once I hit the point where I actually can do that kind of stuff. So I'm moving on to things that are going to be, I'm also going to be doing a lot more products on Amazon, and I'll be setting up an Amazon store. I used to do eBay, and I'll get into all that tomorrow in tomorrow's video. But yeah, the example that I had was the fact that I did a clock business, custom clock business, that went from selling 1 or 2 clocks a week to 75 to 100 clocks a week at $15 profit margin. I was making $1,000 a week off of selling cheap ass wall clocks. But it just got to be too much work involved to keep up with the business, and I've found ways of making money, and I have to think about my future a little bit, because I don't have any, like I said, I don't have any income, so I need to create an income that I can have that will support me to a certain extent. I have a minimum goal of where I want to be per month of income, and I'm slightly underneath that right now. Actually, I am totally underneath that. Income is, sale of what, 1 or 2 of the templates a month, $20-40 a month is not very good income. Minimal that I need is, $3,000 is where I've set my minimum goal of, this is where I don't want to dip below. So I'm really below that right now, but like I said, I will cover all that tomorrow, and we'll get into it. I may stream again here later, just randomized bullshit, but I just want to get in. I didn't do a stream for a few days because of the private beta for Division 2. That's what I've been doing the whole time. I'll be available on Discord. Go ahead and get off this video for now, and yep, well, see you guys tomorrow.